Hello, it's another fantastic weekend of action. Ghanaian players continue to dominate their various leagues. Today I have with me a very fantastic footballer. These days, he is a coach. He joins me for the very first time on The Tracker. So you're welcome. Today I have a man who skipped this nation before, former captain of Ghana's Black Stars, a highly respected one. Also one of the few Ghanaian players to play in Europe and captain their teams. He was captain of Wolfsburg. CK Akunor is my guest. Hi CK.
Hi.
It's nice to have you today.
Yeah, pleasure.
Yeah, I know very well that your time is really of importance to you, but it's time to do The Tracker. I will start off with a very good goal for a man who has been suspended from the national team, Kelvin Prince-Boateng. He scored for Las Palmas over the weekend, his third in what has been a very impressive season for him. He's a footballer you know very well. What do you make of his impact in Spain?
Well, I'm happy with the progress. You know, he had issues with injuries. I don't even want to talk about Black Stars, and he was set back for a while. And now, thank God he's found a club, and he's doing well, and we are all happy. And he's been impressive. He's performed very well in the last couple of weeks, which has made all of us very happy.
Well, from Spain, one of the top performers, and the big questions has been about Asamoah Gyan's fitness, his physical state. Some people say he's no more the lethal finisher he was some years ago. Well, he's making rubbish of that particular statement. He's got 5 goals already in the UAE League. That's a bit of a surprise, isn't it?
Well, no, I don't think it's a surprise. The guy is a scorer, you know, and he's very intelligent in the box. And he, most of the time, delivers when it matters most. He just needs a couple of players around him who can probably provide him with the necessary passes for him to score. And so he's shown his qualities in the past, and he will continue to do it. And more so, you know, you cannot compare the Arab League to European League. And he's been in Europe for a while, and now he's back and he's gone to Arab world. And so he's shown a lot of experience with what he's achieved in the past.
Is he 100% still a key member of the national team going into that big AFCON competition? He's
our captain, for God's sake. He's our captain. He's the one who's been scoring for us. I mean, talk of any other striker. So you only talk of Asamoah Gyan, you know. Yes, gradually he will go out. But I think it's about time now for the young ones who are coming to learn a lot from him. But he's our man.
Well, amazing. Asamoah Gyan is scoring goals again in the UAE. Maybe without a doubt the greatest goal scorer the UAE League has seen in the last maybe 50 years. He's amazing over there. But if Asamoah Gyan is the skipper of the national team, his deputy is Andre Dede Ayew. We understand that he started training already. That should be good news for the national team.
It is, because we need him so bad. You know, hopefully he will be fit before the AFCON. You know, fully fit before the AFCON. He has enough time now to prepare. Once he's back, I think the process will grow, and he will get fit and get back to help us. Okay,
so we've spoken about Andre Ayew. Let's stay in England. There were about 5 Ghanaian players in England last season. This year, it's not been quite the same impact. So the likes of Daniel Amate, Jeffrey Schlupp in and out of the Leicester City team. Then Christian Atsu beginning to find his feet with Newcastle United, and Albert Aduma with Aston Villa, and then of Jordan Ayew. These are players that play in the English Championship and the English Premier League. Which of them has caught your eye so far?
Amate, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with the way he's played so far, and he's been consistent. You know, with Leicester, he's been very instrumental in terms of defending. He has a link between defense and attack, and I think he's done it very well. So I'm so impressed with the way he's played so far, and hopefully we'll continue to do well and, of course, help the national team.
Well, the issue of Amate is a puzzle to the handlers of the national team, if I should put it. He's playing in a deep line midfield role for the Foxes. Yes, champions of England. Hopefully he's able to transform his form at Leicester to that of the Black Stars. Let's go to Italy, where there are quite a number of national team players. Ajuman Bedu comes to mind, and of course, always injured Kojo Asamoah. Again, as we speak, we do not know when he will be back from his latest injury. And then Ifriye Akwa and Alfred Duncan. He got back from injury over the weekend. Players that really have to make an impact.
Very, very well. I think that someone like Duncan, I personally like him, the way he plays, and I think if we're able to use him in a different way, we'll have a lot of effect in his play, or he'll have a lot of impact on our game as far as going forward for the team is concerned. Jiman Bedu, very experienced, he's been there for a while. And then this guy, is it Donsa? Or
yeah, Godfred Donsa.
Yeah, he's also somebody they need to look at. He's a very good guy, young chap coming. And I see him as the next Asian, you know, the next Asian.
That's a huge call, isn't it?
And so we should take a look at him.
We'll see, yeah, your boy again scored this weekend. Mubarak Wakaso also picked up a thigh injury, and so he's been out of action. But again, a key member of our national team. What sort of a player is Wakaso?
Wakaso is very aggressive, but we need to control his temperament. He has that, and sometimes if you're not careful, he uses it negatively. But he is a very, very important player for the national team. And of course, you made mention of Yao Yeboah, who is the hope for the future. He's somebody who I like very much because he's very intelligent. He's growing into the game. He's coming up, and the hope for the future. The next 2-3 years, he will be the man to ride shoulders with the.
Well, how important will the future be for someone like Samuel Tete? Now he's been with the team for some time now, but you get the feeling that going forward he will have a key part to play in the team.
He's part of those players that I made mention of, the hope for the future. And thank God he's been part of the national team before he left. And so he has the necessary confidence. He comes back and he does well. On club level, he's doing well, and we hope he will continue. They are the people. For him, personally, I believe that they can gradually take over from Asamoah Gyan.
Well, let's look at the defense, where a lot of concerns has been raised. So Baba Rahman left back, Harrison Afo right back, Jonathan Mensah and John Boy. They say they lack competition, and so they are getting so comfortable. Now, Baba moved from England to play at the Veltons Arena, a place you know very well. How has his development been so far?
Well, you know, he needs playing time. In Chelsea, he will not get that. Conte was not going to give him that. And so it was a wise choice he made, but he must perform in Schalke. You talk of Jonathan. He is the man I believe should be controlling the back by now. And I think...
What's the problem? What's the stagnation about?
I find it difficult to understand, you know. He's played maybe 2-3 AFCON. Yeah. He's played two World Cups. Nobody needs to tell you. You know, you have the necessary experience that you need for a player. And even on club level, he must be a top player. He has the height, his personality, you know, a huge personality in terms of physical strength and all those things. That is what you look for a defender. You know, when you talk of defenders, he has everything. But he's not been able to control at the back. And of course, he must work hard because he's also growing. And he must work hard, you know, because for me, I believe so much in him. I personally believe so much in him. I see him and the way he plays, he has the control, but he's not taking control of the team. And that is what he needs to do. Well,
control is something everyone Grant will have to do. There's a big game for the Black Stars of Ghana against the Pharaohs of Egypt in Alexandria. Just World Cup qualifier, thoughts on that one?
Well, that's a huge one, because of what happened 2 years ago, what we did to Egypt.
Okay, in Egypt.
We're talking about the World Cup.
For the World Cup.
You're talking about the World Cup, don't you? Yeah. And so Egypt, we see Egypt as the biggest opponent. Yes, they are. But we must also look at Uganda and the rest. I believe that the coming match will not be a decider, but it's important that we do well in that match. Doing well means either win or draw. Losing will be a very big blow.
Well, we understand that game will be played in Alexandria, 50,000 seated. But just before we go, we've got to touch on Ghana's Africa Cup of Nations group. Now, for a lot of people, we've got to win the trophy next year. It will be 35 years since Ghana last lifted the Africa Cup of Nations. It's huge on the current generation. But Ghana has been housed in Group D. That has Egypt in it, has Mali, has Uganda in it. To you, who will be our biggest rival?
Well, I'm believing that Ghana, Egypt will come out, will qualify for the next level, but I'm believing that Ghana will get to the finals. Again, by this time, get to the finals and win. Why am I saying that? Because of the rich experience we've gained in this big tournament, huge tournaments. Majority of our squad, probably, if not 2, 3 times or 4 times, they've played. Majority of the squad. You talk of Dede, you count the number of times. He started from 2008. He's been consistent there. and the rest, you know what I mean? And so we have the rich experience. We must use that wisely to get there and win. It is about time we make it, because we've been there severally, we've been close, and this time I believe if any other time that we would think of winning the cup, this is the moment.
Siki Akunor was a cultured left footer during his time with the national team. An amazing footballer, I should say. I used to watch him play, and sometimes the sort of skills he exhibited were breathtaking. I remember he was never called out after applying for a German citizenship. One of the very few Ghanaians to go to Germany and make a name for themselves. I'm particularly grateful that you made time to join me again. Hopefully this is not the last time we have you here on the show. But until next week, this has been another edition of The Tracker.